Good evening and welcome to Vision of Asia, the news you can trust and events that move and celebrate our very own South Asian community. I am Pia Jyoti Kachru coming to you from our ITV Gold studio in New Jersey. In the community news today, Dharmic organizations of the United States present Darshana. TriState Federation of Indian Association goes to Washington. New York City promotes benefits of renting to voucher holders as part of Do Something Good for Your Neighbor Day. Lawmakers push for bill to protect documented dreamers with first ever White House meeting for large group of mostly Indian American kids. Happy to hold 40th annual convention in San Antonio in June, which focuses on Heal the Healers, rejuvenate and rekindle your mind and your spirits. In the headlines from the world news, UN chief urges nations to act urgently to end global food insecurity. India's red carpet presence captured diversity of our cinematic excellence, says Anurag Thakur at Cannes. Stay with us on Vision of Asia for news in detail right after the short break. Dharmic organizations of the United States present Darshana. Hindu Service Society held an exhibition called Darshana, a glimpse into the Hindu civilization at the Woodrow Wilson Middle School, Edison on May 14th. This was one of the series of exhibitions HSS USA is conducting nationwide to give everyone the opportunity to learn about one of the oldest civilizations in the world with continuing global presence today. The exhibition featured a variety of topics highlighting the contribution of Hinduism to the world, ranging from yoga and divinity to mathematics, architecture, and administration. Let's take a look.
Thank you so much ITV Gold for this opportunity and covering this event, the wonderful event. We attended Guru Vandana, appreciation of teachers, where teachers from schools of Edison Township were celebrated by HSS with the respect by their students. It's amazing event right on the occasion of Teacher Appreciation Month. Teacher Appreciation Day was just celebrated recently. So thank you HSS for doing this, and what a wonderful exhibition about Hindu culture and civilization that we notice here. Great job. Thank you so much.
Hindu Swayamsevak Sangh is trying to bring all the Hindu organizations together to offer this darshana, glimpses into Hindu civilization, and bring their culture, and also to learn our culture more so that there are no misconceptions, there are no wrong narratives on that. So this is our प्रयास to bring सबको साथ में लाना, सब सोसाइटी को एक साथ जोड़ना और सबको एक तरफ अपने कल्चर के तरफ आकर्षित करना, ये हमारे प्रयास है. सबको साथ में लाना, it's same binding the community together so that people are not divided but they stay strong together, united. ये है सब इसके पूरे मूलभूत. Thank you so much to ITV and Dr. Sudhir Parikh and the entire team to cover this wonderful event and be a strong patronage for all such good culture and civilization events. Thank you.
Hi, namaste. We're here at Woodrow Wilson Middle School, where there was just this fantastic Guru Vandana event with teachers and their students. If you guys want to talk a little bit about your experience and what happened here.
Yeah, sure. So we first felicitated our teachers by applying kumkum on their forehead. giving our token of appreciation and then bowing to them, obviously showing our respect to them. And it's really great that we're able to, this is the one time in the year that we're able to show our appreciation to them in terms of our own Hindu cultures and traditions. So.
Yeah, like you said, we wanted to thank you. We wanted to thank our teachers for what they have done for us. So, like they make our classes fun and interesting. We actually learn a lot from them, and it's really important for us to thank our teachers. And as like we carry on their knowledge in the rest of our lives. So yeah.
So we were here to honor them, and we were supposed to show like interest and honor them in like in numbers of ways, and we found this very interesting to us, and we need to thank them because of all the effort and like they've put into us. So we were presenting this Dharma exhibition, which helps them learn about our culture, and because they taught us, we have to teach them too, and that's the moral.
The Hindu Swayam Sevak Sangh, they have organized an exhibition called Darshana, and where Mayor Sam Joshi and many school board officials as well as the council members of Edison, my friend Ajay Patil, they are all attending this event, and with Mayor provided a proclamation for encouraging the students who have done tremendous work about the formed groups and talking about various aspects of Sanatan Dharma, ashrams and seva, divinity, all the different things. They put together a wonderful exhibition, and I think they also provide us the QR code, so that way we can go to the website and get all the information. Thank you.
I am Vijay Krishnan. I am the Council Community Affairs from the Indian Consulate at New York. Today, the Darshana is holding an event out here. They are about the Hindu civilization out here, and also there's quite a few displays about the Hindu civilization out there. The exhibition was opened today out here by the mayor, Mr. Sam Joshi, and we do have quite a wide display of this over here. And we have also people who are standing out and explaining each and everything about our Hindu culture out here. It's a great way of presenting our civilization out here.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm here at the beautiful celebration we're having here, and the educational information that we're receiving from the Hindu community, and speaking with the children and speaking with and watching all the exhibits. I'm having a great time because I am a forever learner, and I think the best thing for us to do all the time is learn about each other. Therefore, when we learn about each other, then we won't be so foolish when we come in contact with each other. Then we'll know what's right and we'll know what's wrong. And I like the whole positive spirit that's in this room today.
TriState Federation of Indian Associations goes to Washington. The Federation of Indian Associations commemorated the 75th year of Indian independence and honored the Asian Heritage Month at Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. The FIA was recognized for the event in Congressional Record, Volume 168, Number 81, a press release said, describing the moment as one where FIA creates history. Members attending the event came from the states of New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and the states from the region of New England, FIA said. The theme for the celebration for the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, celebrating 75th year of Indian independence, was unveiled by Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy. The theme for the attempt at the Guinness Book of World Records for largest number of flags flown and the highest number of flags flown in the largest drum ensemble was also unveiled by the lawmakers at the event. Kenny Desai, FIA's president, called it a historical moment for Indian Americans to celebrate the 75th anniversary of India's Independence Day at the US Capitol. Today, we pay tribute to generations of Asians who have contributed to our homeland, the United States of America, and we continue their good work, he said, recognizing May as Asian American Heritage Month. New York City promotes benefits of renting to voucher holders as part of Do Something Good for Your Neighbor Day. On May 16th, Do Something Good for Your Neighbor Day, the New York City Mayor's Public Engagement Unit, New York City Department of Small Business Services, and New York City Department of Housing Preservation and Development hosted an event at Roberto Clemente Plaza in the Bronx. The event highlights the role every New Yorker can play to address the housing crisis by encouraging New York City landlords to rent to voucher holders. This outreach is part of the public engagement unit's I Vouch for Vouchers campaign, which elevates the voices of owners and brokers who work with voucher holders. The campaign includes marketing graphics and videos with first-hand experiences of brokers and owners, as well as an innovative public-private partnership with Street Easy that included educational resources and a fireside chat for property owners and brokers. This new phase of the campaign will spotlight tenants who are organizing to help make a voucher recipient their neighbor. Let's look at the excerpts. Lawmakers push for bill to protect documented dreamers with first ever White House meeting for large group of mostly Indian American kids. 40 youth members of Improve the Dream from all across the country came to United States Capitol this week to advocate. Improve the Dream is a youth-led organization founded by Deep Patel that advocates for children of legal immigrants who have grown up in the United States but have no clear path to citizenship because they age out of the system at 21. They're often referred to as documented dreamers. For the first time ever, over 20 young immigrants from Improve the Dream visited the White House this week and met with senior immigration administrators to discuss the issue for aging out and the green card backlog for affected youth. This week, they were not only able to tell their stories to the executive office, but also to their legislators, as well the congresspersons that represent them. Through their advocacy, they have spread across the Capitol chambers, meeting with senators and representatives from Indiana, Florida, Iowa, and more. Improve the Dream also led a press conference at the Capitol steps with Representative Deborah Ross, Ami Bera, Senator Durbin, Senator Padilla, Representative Bera, co-sponsors of America's Children Act. They were able to share their stories of anguish yet resilience, anxiety yet perseverance, and angst yet hope among some of the most powerful proponents of the bill. As the week progresses, Improve the Dream plans to meet more senators, legislators, and others to educate them about their stories. Take a look.
But we've also made sure that we recognize the documented dreamers who have largely been ignored in our immigration debates for years, and they can't afford to wait. That's why we introduced the American Children's Act, which will permanently end aging out and provide a pathway to permanent residency for the 200,000 documented dreamers in the United States. For too long, these young people have been left out of discussions about immigration reform in Congress. But today, I'm proud to stand with this remarkable group. They've worked so hard to draw attention to their challenging circumstances and to advocate for a common sense solution. It's been a privilege to work with them and with my colleagues in the House and Senate to design bipartisan, bicameral legislation that will have a positive impact on so many promising young lives.
And we're focusing specifically on this challenge of documented dreamers. And during that hearing, among other witnesses, we heard testimony from a young lady, Atulya Rajakumar. She's also an inspiring journalist and a documented dreamer. She shared the story of her family struggle through the years of being in immigration limbo, which, by the way, happened to contribute to her brother's tragic death. Her story was heartbreaking, and it's an outrage, not just to me, it should be an outrage to all of us.
These young Americans, and I'm going to use that term because I consider all of you young Americans, didn't break any law. They came here as young children with their parents who came here legally on H-1B visas and other visas to contribute to that American dream, to the fabric of our country. They haven't done anything wrong. They only know one country. That's the United States of America. And for us to have an immigration system that says when you turn 21, you have no legal status, you now have to self-deport to a country that you may have no recollection of. You may have been there as a young child, but you may have not gone there. You may not have any family. We ought to welcome these kids to be part of that next generation, to continue to move our country forward. We ought to welcome all dreamers, in fact.
API to hold 40th Annual Convention in San Antonio in June, which focuses on Heal the Healers, rejuvenate and rekindle your mind and your spirits. The 40th Annual Convention of the American Association of Physicians of Indian Origin will be held June 23rd through 26, 2022 in San Antonio, Texas. API President Dr. Anupama Gotimukula said during the much-anticipated convention teaser organized virtually on Sunday, May 15th. We are planning a historic convention in San Antonio to celebrate 40 years of API that coincide with 75 years of India's independence, with excellent educational sessions and other programs. Dr. Gotimukula, the fourth woman president of API in the history of API, who has been leading API to newer heights with her dynamic leadership, while thanking the organizing committee led by Dr. Jayesh Shah, praised the dedication and generosity of each member for giving their best to make this convention truly a memorable one for every participant. Take a look. UN chief urges nations to act urgently to end global food insecurity. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres on Wednesday underlined that hunger levels around the world are at a new high and made a call for action to fight the current surge in global food insecurity. He made the appeal during the Global Food Security Call to Action, chaired by US Secretary of State Antony Blinken in New York. The UN chief said the number of severely food insecure people had doubled in just 2 years, from 135 million pre-pandemic to 276 million today, with more than 500,000 experiencing famine conditions, an increase of more than 500% since 2016. These frightening figures are inextricably linked with conflict as both cause and effect, he said. If we do not feed people, we feed conflict. The climate emergency is another driver of global hunger, he added, pointing out that 1.7 billion people have been affected by extreme weather and climate-related disasters over the past decade. Let's take a look at some of the highlights.
To give the floor. Russia must permit the safe and secure export of grain stored in Ukrainian ports. Alternative transportation routes can be explored, even if we know that by itself they will not be enough to solve the problem. And Russian food and fertilizers must have unrestricted access to world markets without indirect impediments. I have been in intense contact on this issue at the senior leadership level with the Russian Federation, Ukraine, Turkey, the United States, the European Union, and several other key countries. I am hopeful, but there is still a long way to go. The complex security, economic and financial implications require goodwill on all sides for a package deal to be reached.
India's red carpet presence captured diversity of our cinematic excellence, says Anurag Thakur at Cannes. Speaking about the cinematic excellence, technological prowess, rich culture, and illustrious heritage of storytelling of India, Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Thakur on Thursday said that India's red carpet presence captured the diversity of cinematic excellence, not only in terms of representation of actors and filmmakers, but also through OTT platforms. Thakur's remarks came while delivering the official keynote address after inaugurating the Indian Pavilion at Cannes Film Festival. With aspirations of transforming India into the content hub of the world, he added, Indian startups from the media and entertainment sector are also present to showcase their technological prowess and pitch to the world. From the world of AVGC, along with a strong delegation of animation professionals from the sector. The celebration of India at Cannes and the recognition of our cinematic excellence the world over is set to manifest the country into the content hub of the world. Take a look.
I personally believe at Cannes, India has made a mark not only to showcase the Indian films, also to pitch to make India the content hub of the world. India will be the content subcontinent of the world. And for that, we have made some announcements, some incentive schemes where they can come and shoot in India, film in India, and they can get incentive to the tune of $260,000 US, an additional incentive of $65,000. That is on one side. On the other hand, we have the skilled manpower, the young skilled workforce, who have been working in the industry for a long time. And one more area, which is the animation, visual effects, gaming and comics, where our IT-enabled services have been doing wonders. And I'm sure for the post-production in these sectors, India will be a destination for the world to come and produce in India, and also for the post-production. Another sector is the Film Heritage Mission, where we are restoring the old films, more than 2,200 films from various regions, languages. They'll be restored, digitized, and will be pitched to the world. Like one of the films here of the late Satyajit Ray, Pratidwandi, that will be showcased here. That is restored, digitized, and will be showcased here, screened here at the Cannes.
Continuing with the news on entertainment with ITV Gold, watch Family Movie Night, Khalnayak, starring Jackie Shroff, Sanjay Dutt and Madhuri Dixit on Friday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern and 5:30 p.m. Pacific. Saturday with Nagesh Kukunoor's Iqbal with superstars Nasiruddin Shah and Shreyas Talpade at 1 p.m. Eastern and 10 a.m. Pacific. And blockbuster Sunday, Dil Jungli with Taapsee Pannu and Saqib Salim at 3 p.m. Eastern and 12 p.m. Pacific. And that's a wrap on Vision of Asia tonight. You can send us your suggestions and community news that you would like us to cover for our print and television coverage at events@itvgold.com, or you can also send it to me at pia@itvgold.com. Follow us on our Facebook handle @itvgold. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and pick up a free copy of Desi Talk if you're in the Tri-State area or in the Chicago area, for community news, entertainment, and events in USA and India. You can also read the News India Times newspaper online at www.newsindiatimes.com or subscribe to the hard copy by calling 212-675-7515. And this is Pia Jyoti Kachru signing off.